Well, we saw in an inner city school where only 10% of the students took an end of year test and scored at a proficient level of ELA, reading and writing. In an inner city school where only 10% of their students were proficient readers and writers. Just one of the programs working with the grammar, getting kids to practice creating mature standard English sentences. About 12 weeks later, 26% of them were proficient readers and writers. And you noticed I said readers as well as writers. Reading and writing are on the same literacy coin. You might want to think them as being on the opposite side. I don't care. Just as long as you remember, don't ever, ever separate them. You ask kids to read, they better be doing some authentic writing and authentic means they have to think in order to write.
Right.
So, by the same token, we worked with the same grammar program, applied grammar, in a school where the kids, 60% of them were already proficient readers and writers in the 8th grade.
Right.
And after one semester, it was 15 weeks, it was 76% of their students were proficient readers and writers. And it was exciting to go into a classroom of 8th graders who are moving to high school, and they were celebrating out of their desk, up and down, when the teacher showed their class scores on projected screen. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not just the numbers, it's how it affects kids' confidence as speakers and readers and writers, but it's also on how it allows them to enter the conversation with adults.
Right.
I'm convinced it amounts to building a culture for learning. When that culture is there, the students will learn, and their learning will be like the young bird flying from the cliff. It'll be awkward. You don't want to videotape it and celebrate how well they did, but eventually you will, because they will all make their own way to proficiency in reading and writing.
Absolutely, that's super enlightening about the program. Love to understand. In one of our conversations previously, you mentioned when you took on one of these projects, or all of them for that matter, you noticed that the process or the programs themselves, they made a system where there was a structure of how much of reading and writing they're supposed to do, but the application of it was only perhaps maybe like 10% of the whole program.
Yeah.